It's the first race of 2023. We're off to the races. This is the UCI World Cup of Enduro, Val Di Fassa. Friday was practice day. These practice days are always just a little bit crazy. Everyone's there on the same stages at the same time and it just gets so busy. When you're riding down, you're looking for lines and looking where you're going to go, and then you see a lot of people stopped. You know there's a tricky bit coming up. So you stop, you check out the tricky bit, and then when you want to ride it, there's a million people watching you, so it's really nervy. And yeah, it's hard to get into it. So by the end of practice, wasn't feeling great. It was a little bit off, a little bit nervous, but once we went up and done Tutti Frutti, which would have been stage 3, the bottom half of Tutti Frutti, really got into it, really got the flow. So by the end of practice day, was feeling good and confident about race day.
My sunshine, please, everybody please, a little sunshine when my angel comes.
I was told on the practice day that if I signed the waiver, I'd be able to take the camera and show you guys some of the runs from the race. Morning of the race, they changed their mind and said no cameras, so I'm just gonna have to put in some footage of training day. Not much else I can do.
I took his bed for the night. Well, we stood a moment, the angel and I sang like that same.
Saturday morning, race day. A few more hours till we set off. Just after 11 o'clock start. See how this one goes. Didn't ride very well in practice yesterday, but last stage I felt a lot better. So, bit of confidence and a boost for today. And let's see how this one goes.
Sunshine, please,
after the start, we rolled out of the start, went straight to the lift, which is nice. I got a lift up to mid-station. Then from mid-station we had a 330 meter climb up to the top of Infinity, which was stage 1 for us. Up a crazy road. There's just bikes and cars and motorbikes and buses, all trying to get around these really sketchy cutbacks, and oh, it's crazy trying to cycle up there, but got up to the top and it was good. Stage 1 was Infinity down into Animal House. 14.2 kilometers and a 500 meter vertical drop. Brilliant trail, loved it, amazing. Top was just real alpine, real open, fast.
Gracious angel of my evermore.
Then hit some of the nicest bike park turns I've ever hit in my life. So flowy through that section, it was absolutely amazing.
To my melody, as life carried on throughout the city.
And then as it drops down lower into the woods, we enter a section called Animal House. I rode Animal House a couple of years ago, and there's a huge climb in the middle of it. You're so tired after riding all of this section above it, and then just a real steep, horrible climb in the middle of it.
My sunshine, please, everybody please.
Finished stage 2 in a time of 14 minutes and 14 seconds. It's actually one of the longest stages of the day, and a good one to get us started. After stage 1, it was back onto the horrible road for more climbing. Not quite so bad this time, 180 meters of climbing. Stage 2 was electric line. 2.2 kilometers long and 405 meters of descending. But it was good. It's a really hard trail. Yeah, some fun, flowy, rooty, loamy bits until the lower section where you hit this crazy rock garden. Didn't seem to be a good line through that rock garden, even watching the pros. It didn't look like there was a good line through it. But it was a fun stage, kept it clean, and I finished that one in a time of 8 minutes and 49 seconds. After stage 2, transfer time again, back onto the horrible road. 160 meter climb this time. We rode up to where we finished stage 1. So that by this point we had ridden all the way from Canazai in the bottom of the valley, all the way up to infinity on the top of one of the passes. But from there we jumped on a lift. The lift took us up a bit. And then at the top of the lift you've got a crazy push-up. It's only 160 meters vertical, but far too steep to ride. Few people tried it, maybe got a third of the way up it, but I've done it before. I knew it was a push all the way at the top. At that point my legs just felt dead. I actually thought a couple of times of pulling out after that stage because I didn't think I had any energy left for the full stage. But once I got up to the top, seen the view back down into the valley and back down into Canazai, knew I had Tutti Frutti to ride. Tutti Frutti is one of my favourites. The famous trail in Canazai in Val Di Fassa, absolutely amazing. 5.5 kilometers long and 830 meters of descending, just non-stop the whole way. Along the top you've got this really nice ridge line that you run along, really fast and flowy, but then it just tightens up into some really tight corners. Arms were dead on the way down. I really didn't think I was going to make it to the bottom, but I did. And I finished Tutti Frutti in a time of 19 minutes exactly. After stage 3, back to the climbing again. Thankfully we weren't on the same road for this climb. 220 meters climbing, but again really steep. Made it. Last stage of the day. Quite a small one, only 1.2 kilometers and 200 meters of descending. But it dropped us back down into the event site. Rooty and rocky, like everything in Val Di Fassa. One tricky section at the end that you have to get right. But I've got a little bit of a sneaky line there that not many people take because it's slower, but I think it sets you up better for the finish straight, which is just flat and rooty and horrible. There's nowhere to pedal, but you know you have to pedal. So yeah, blasted that end bit and finished the day. Finished the last stage in a time of 6 minutes and 9 seconds. Just want to say big thanks to the sponsors. So thanks to Vets, thanks to CBD Kids Pool, and thanks to Night Fox Designs. You guys make all this possible and I can't do it without you. And that's it. That's the race over for the day. Good race, really enjoyed it. I want to thank Toby. Met Toby in Petson last year and rode Val Di Fassa with him last year. Really nice guy. Hung out with him all week and he just pushed me around. It was good. Finished the race in a time of 48 minutes and 13 seconds, which isn't bad. Wasn't last, as usual I wasn't last, but yeah, 29 out of 31, so at the back of the pack. But yeah, I'm over these Enduro World Cups. I think they're a little bit above my pay grade. This might be the last one that I'm going to do. Although I say that, we'll see what happens next year. I'm sure as the entries open up again, I'll be dying to get back over there and ride these trails again because the trails are absolutely amazing. as always, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, hit the thumbs up, hit the bell, get some notifications, follow me on Facebook and Instagram on Rad Riders. Drop any comments in below, all these things help definitely. Next race coming up is just going to be a fun race in Kitzbühel, but that's coming up real soon, next weekend. So keep your eyes peeled for that video, it'll be coming out soon. And thank you all for watching, we'll see you next time.